Oh hey, oh hi, hello there. It's Blick, ASMR. How we doing? How's it going today? I'm going to be doing a ramble video for you all today. I know that a lot of you like these. I hope that you enjoy this particular ramble video. The topic's not going to be like super intense or anything like that. It's just more so something I've been kind of percolating in an old noggin as of late, just because, you know, I have like a little bit of a funny story to say at the top. There's nothing jail related in any of this, by the way. This is just chill ramble video. We're getting back to basics of me talking about some weird stuff that I'm thinking about. But yeah, I have a couple of things that I wanted to talk about in the vid, and that's pretty much it. I just had a couple of little topics. This might be a shorter one, or it could be normal length. Who knows? We don't know how long I'll talk. I don't know that. Nobody knows. The universe doesn't know. Anyway, but without any further ado, let's get into the actual topic. So, I want to preface this by saying two things. Number one, this is me bringing this up is not like body shaming or anything. Actually, it's quite the opposite. Number two, let me, instead of having anything at the top, I'm just gonna naturally progress. Okay, so I used to part my hair over here on the side, over on specifically the side where I have my little mole here that people used to say was a bug when I was young. But yeah, I used to part it over there, and now I tend to part it a little bit more, just straight down the middle. It's just more so because it's more versatile for like any type of hairstyle I want to do at that time. And that is also just for the time being. Who knows when it gets longer if I'll still continue to do it in the middle or not. I don't know. I don't really care. You know, after having shaved my head, I'm just kind of meh about hair. I just, whatever makes me look, you know, kind of put together, and not like I'm like falling apart by the second. But that's actually part of today's topic though. But yeah, I've not really been focusing on it too much. But I've now started parting my hair down the middle, and I remember it was the day, I think it was actually Christmas Day when we got home from running around. I had my hair like I do right now, where I have it, you know, like the half up, half down. I had it like that, and went in the bathroom, and you can kind of see like this entire area, and it's probably not even going to pick up on camera. I like it looked, I'm like, that's a really blonde hair, is what I initially thought, because my natural hair color is this. This is during the winter months. I've not seen the sun in so many days. But this is my natural hair color. Used to be lighter. Who cares? It gets darker when you get older. I said that backwards almost. So no biggie. Nothing like that. I was like, wow, that's a little odd though, because I'll normally have a little, like a couple of tiny, you could probably see a little bit. I'll have like random hairs that will be like really like a lighter blonde color, and then people would probably call my hair color dirty dishwater blonde because of what it is. It's brown. Like, it's brown. I think it's brown. I don't care that it's brown. I'm not trying to get into the blonde club. If I wanted my hair blonde, I would dye it or bleach it. I don't care. I am thinking about, no, never mind. But, you know, like, I don't care. But this is the thing. So I look up on top, I'm like, wow, there's really blonde hair. I wish I could find it for you, this specific one. I think I actually see it. If you can see just in this area, if you want to try and look, but it is also on camera, so I have gray hair, guys. I'm 27. For reference, I did look it up, and for Caucasian people, I'm white. Can you tell? But for Caucasian people, normally, like the normal age is, if you're unlucky, 28 is like the normal average age. Most people, it's like around around early 30s. I was like, I had looked this up because I was like, I have a gray hair. And I was like, I have a gray hair. I don't have just one gray hair, guys. I don't have just one. I had one there. I have another one right here. And then I have one. I cannot find it to show you, of course, because I'm trying to like look over here and actually see it. But like, I have 3. And I was like, oh, and I'm just noticing these now. I don't know when they popped in. Who knows? And the reason I'm bringing this up, I was like, I have most of my dad's genetics, right? So I like look like him and I act like him. I was like, okay. We talked the other day. We talked on the phone, and this was a very funny conversation because I asked him, when did your hair start going gray? And he said around 35, and I was like, well, shit. Pardon my French, but that's exactly what I said. And I was like, Dad, I'm 27, and I have 3 right now, and this is when his first gray hair popped up. He's still not even fully gray, and he's old. My dad's old. 1967. He's a little bit old. He's not like the oldest, you know, but he's a little older. But and then he goes, well, I don't know, maybe it was around 27 or 28. And I said, don't try and lie to me and make me feel better. He now thinks that maybe it could have been like right around 30, which would match up with what I saw. But I can remember, you know, like when I was little, and you know, I can remember when he was like around 35. I can remember that time, and I don't even remember seeing a couple of hairs. He had like black hair. He has had black hair most of my life, except for like the last maybe 5 years. He's got like some gray coming in only on the sides, not up top, not right on top, just on the sides. He's not fully gray yet even. What does this mean? Why am I bringing this up? Why did that have to do with the whole looking presentable thing? So, for one, kind of funny, I have gray hair. So there's obviously the entire conversation about, oh, it's because I'm stressed. Because I have PTSD. So like, yeah, you think you have gray hair. You would think. I think it's funny. I'm kind of looking at and kind of laughing, right? And it's also kind of funny because if you remember, I was trying to dye my hair gray and it accidentally turned blue, and that's why I shaved my head. So kind of funny. I got what I wanted, but not the way I wanted it. It's on its way. I just have to wait on it. I just have to be patient. I'll eventually have nice silver locks naturally by the time I'm 32 because I'm done with this. But the reason I'm saying that is I actually had a discussion with one of my friends, because I even was like considering I'm fine with like going and getting I'm gonna be getting like my getting my scars taken care of on my face, and like I'm working on losing weight so I don't look as sick. Why wouldn't I just dye my hair to get rid of the gray? And it's 2 parts. For one, I actually like gray hair, like a lot. I think I'm gonna look really hot. I think I'm gonna have a silver fox look going on. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie, it goes with so much, and I feel like gray hair is just very pretty. I've always liked it. So I feel like I might be the only person that's happy about the fact that they're gonna be going gray early, because it's only 3 hairs that I have found, and I have a couple more spots that I've been like, that kind of looks like one. So I probably have a handful, right? So, you know, I can't like look at the back of my head or anything. That's only like in this area I have 3. But yeah, so I'm not upset about it, but I think it's a little bit funny because I'm not gonna dye it. I'm not gonna do anything with it. I'm just gonna let it naturally go. I already had plans with my hair. Basically, I was like, I'm not gonna try and re-dye it. I'm just gonna keep it when all of it gets down here, because since my hair's growing straight out from my head, it has like a layered feel to it. So I have some bits that are like longer here, but it's because they're growing from the base of my scalp here. Meanwhile, the stuff on top is literally just this It's like the length you would have with bangs. But when all of it is down to there, I'm just going to keep it that length. I'm not messing with it, basically. I'm just going to let it naturally be how it is. Because I now no longer care. After shaving my head, I'm like, I don't care. But the actual topic I was trying to get to with that is, this is going to come out kind of out of left field, but stay with me here. Invisible disability. And the reason I bring that up is me going gray early is kind of a sign of me being under stress, right? And most of the disabilities that I have are technically invisible. You cannot see fibromyalgia. You cannot see chronic fatigue syndrome. You can't even see PCOS, which I would say is the least of all of them. Even though PCOS is horrible to a lot of people, and a lot of people have many issues as a result of it, all three of those, which can be, absolutely debilitating for people, and have caused me to not be able to, hold down a regular job. I am disabled. I'm not able to do things. I can't even, go on, a hiking trip with people. I can't even, be dependent. I can't bowl. I don't know if I've ever even mentioned this. I have, basically a bum arm because of an issue that I had with a port. So I can't even bowl. I can't do that. I have things that keep me from being able to live a normal life. And a lot of people don't even know when they see me that I am disabled. They do not know that I am as sick as I am, especially because a lot of times I try to not talk about it. I've talked about it on here, but this is a little bit more, how would I put that? I talk about things I wouldn't talk about, to a random grocery clerk, to you guys, right? But unless you're friends with me, I don't really talk about any of this stuff. So most people don't know until they find out from somebody else. Or they find out from me, just bringing up in a conversation, a little party or something like that. But I have a friend that had brought this up, where basically they had said that they forgot that I was disabled. They forgot until I had brought it up. I was in a lot of pain that day. It was a bad pain day for me. And I sat there and I just kind of thought about it. I'm like, that's kind of the problem, isn't it? Because, I have a lot of people that are around me that think I'm just going to behave kind of like a normal able-bodied person and a neurotypical person. To be honest, that's a big one. And it's just not going to happen. It's straight up just not going to happen. But even having outward signs of me being sick, it seems like for a very long time I have been kind of hyperfixated on making it so I don't realize that I am sick, if that makes sense. So even getting rid of the scarring is from me having horrible cystic acne when I had PCOS and when I had hormone spikes. So, there's that. There's a couple of other things that I've been working on that basically I'm like, this is a very clear sign that I am sick. I am working on it so it's no longer visible. And it's more so for me, right? It's because I want to not think about constantly that I'm sick, but rather see myself and basically think I have a positive vibe of how I look, right? Because while what is inside is what actually counts, your perception of yourself is still incredibly important. So whether or not I feel that I look put together and I feel put together from that is still something that, has to be accounted for. So then why would I keep my hair gray, right? Why would I let it get to the point where I have salt and pepper? Well, it's a twofold thing. Again, number one, I like gray hair. I actually would like it to be all gray today. If I could just snap my finger and have it turn, I would. Because again, gray hair, like silver hair, it goes with everything. I can wear brown again and not look freaking weird, because have you had brown on brown? It does not always work. Especially if you have a cool brown and you have warm brown hair, or vice versa. Or if there's a lot. But I don't really wear gray. I'm not a big gray person. A black turtleneck with silver hair, I would look great. A nice, really deep forest green, which is one of my favorite colors to wear, would look so good with the hair color. So I'm already digging the aesthetic ahead of time. And I also realize I'm not going to have dark gray hair. It is silver. I have like light. It is like light. That's why I noticed it, which I'm kind of excited about again. So there's that, but then also the other part is I almost kind of see it as a badge of honor at this point, because I have had to go through so much bullshit, pardon my French, but so much bullshit over, the course of the 27 years I've been on the planet. And it is, the body keeps the score that I can try and cover it up, but it happened for a reason. And I feel like since I'm already going to basically be working on all these other things, which obviously, fixing my skin, this is just going to help long term. So I won't have, I don't know if you've ever seen, like when somebody had really bad ice pick scarring, because I have a lot, and then they age, it kind of droops down. I don't want to age my face more than I need to, right? And another big part is overall your skin is the largest organ of your body. So I've always wanted it to be very healthy. I don't wear like foundation, and I tried to buy a concealer. This is a side note story. I tried to buy a concealer, and I finally found a brand that has too light of shades for me, because I look like a ghost in like real life. It was supposed to be light, neutral with golden undertones, because I'm not fully, like, I wouldn't say I'm completely warm toned, but I lean more towards that. I have like a peach undertone with a lot more yellow too, if that makes sense, because like you look at my feet even, it's peach colored. You can actually tell from my ears as well. And I tried to put it on. I have to buff it out because it literally, like, it's like chalk almost under my eyes. I finally found something that's wider than I am anyway. So I'm not even wearing the concealer at this point. It feels like it was a wasted purchase, but anyway. It was the first one I had gotten forever. I have bad luck with concealer. Like anything, any foundation or concealer. I have not worn foundation for years. I've tried 2 different concealers in the last like 6 months or so. They both didn't work. I can never, because I don't want to go into a store if there's a pandemic, to get like a color match, and both of them were actually too light, and I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean they're too light? What do you mean? What do you mean they're too light? But yeah, so essentially, but getting back to the point is, I don't wear any of that, so my skin should look really good. I spend a lot, not like a lot, I'll say it this way. One of the only things that I spend on a regular basis is skincare. I don't even buy clothes. I don't buy shoes. I don't buy things for my hair, obviously. I buy food. I buy, like, tea. And then, of course, I buy skincare. Those are the things I care about. I'm not a big spender at all, and even the skincare that I get is a mix of The Ordinary, the Inky List, and like one product from, why am I forgetting the name? Paula's Choice. That's it. So even that's not super expensive, but I have devoted a lot into my skincare, so it should pay dividends, basically. I should still have good looking skin, even if I'm not wearing foundation. So me eventually going and getting this procedure done to help with the ice pick scarring is because I want to look healthy, even though I am not healthy. Just like losing weight, I want to look healthy even though I'm not really healthy, right? Because I have multiple issues. So you would say, why wouldn't you just dye your hair? Because again, I'm already going to be doing all the rest of it. In a way, I kind of just want the least conspicuous thing, the least consequential out of all of them, because it would age me a lot not to do anything with my skin. It would cause me a lot of issues not to lose weight and stay in, healthy shape, especially with my PCOS. I would kind of be asking for heart disease because there's a very high rate of it with PCOS. So this is kind of like the one thing where I can be like, look at this. You know what I mean? I've been cussing so much in this one, I'm sorry. But yeah, I think it's funny. You know, I'm finding humor in it. I like gray hair, and I would like people to know I'm done. Stop stressing me out, please. For the love of everything, stop it. You know? But yeah, it is just, you can't really see it all the time, so it'd be nice to have like a little funny thing even. And also, I hate to say this, but like to have another thing to kind of joke about with it, because a lot of people, when I bring up these things, get like that uncomfortable sort of like, oh, well, I'm sorry about that. Bro, there's nothing you or I could do. There's nothing that anyone could do about this, you know what I mean? And, actually, yeah, literally everything I have is incurable, so what are we gonna do about it? We literally can't do anything. So it'd be nice to have like a little joke. It'd be like, yeah, look what it did to my hair, you know what I mean? Be like, something like that, you know? It's nice to be able to find the humor in it. But this has been rambling on for far too long. I just wanted to tell you guys I'm going gray, and I didn't even have to ruin my hair for it. But genuinely, I hope you all enjoyed this little ramble. Again, this is like all in good fun, right? But I hope you're all doing so absolutely well out there, and you stay well, and you stay safe. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic, wonderful, beautiful day, night, or whatever, whenever you're watching this video. I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.